It's lit now. Shout out EmEz and tune in to the sit down.
Check. EmEz. What's up, Brody?
Thank you for coming. This is the sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, if I look tired, it's because I banged out like 4 of these in a day, so don't worry about my eyes. Anyways, it's the sit down. It's your guy EmEz. Hanging out with me this afternoon is Miss Veronica Vega.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing amazing. I'm doing amazing. Here for Fashion Week, freezing my butt off.
I was just about to say, it's a lot colder here than where you're used to, correct?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Way colder. You guys have real winters. We have...
Serious.
Yeah.
And serious. It was literally like negative a couple degrees last week. Crazy. So you said you're in town for Fashion Week. What kind of parties have you been to so far?
Man, I can't even remember everything that we're doing, but we've moving around, doing everything. I just feel like we've been doing the most. And dressing with the least amount of clothes, I feel like.
I mean, that's what fashionistas do, no?
Yeah, but last time I came over here, I feel like I caught pneumonia. Like I got sick for a while after I came last year, February.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so now tell me your beef with Miss Amara La Negra, because that's what they want me to talk to you the most about. Talk to me about this.
You know what? I can't really say I got beef. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where like the confusion or whatever came from. It was just kind of like when I did care, I realized that what I was fighting for, she didn't care about. And so I gave up on caring because I was just like, you don't really care about the same thing. And I guess, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt like the whatever the story was, there was no realness to it. And I was just like, okay, I'm not going to fight this fight because there's no truth to it.
So is this the battle of the Afro Latina thing?
Whatever the story was last season, you know what I'm saying? Like, her having her troubles or whatever it was, I feel like, it wasn't, these two individuals, her and Hollywood, had a rapport, knew each other before. I didn't really know them as well. And I tried to figure out how we can help the situation. I don't really have, my thing is there's a lot of men in this industry. Women always are owned by men, I feel like, for the most part, or feel like they're owned by men. Okay. And in that situation, she was just like, I had this situation with my hair. They've told me the same things as far as image goes, not as far as anything racist goes, but as far as image goes, being a woman in the industry, dealing with, them telling you that your image has to change. My hair used to be dark. I dyed it light because they told me that it was less aggressive, less intimidating, whatever it was. So when she told it to me, of course, we don't watch what everybody else watches. I only knew whatever she told me in that scene. And outside of that, we never spoke about it besides that scene. So when she was like, this is a situation that happened with the whole hair thing, I was like, well, do you want to work with him? She's like, yeah. So I was like, all right, cool. Well, let's go get this apology, get a record, and keep it moving. That was my thing.
Okay. And
then the story turned into, this was like, basically, I can't even say, because when I watched it for the first time, I was like, oh, so this is what they're getting me into. Like, they're getting me into this whole story that I didn't really know about, but now we in this story, and because I don't even know if I can say it on here, but because I say the N-word, then it's like, oh, we just gonna slide her into this story, so it just seems like she can't relate to this girl that has this issue. And then at that point, I reached out to her separately to talk about issues that had happened on the show, and she was like, I want to talk about it on camera. So I was like, all right, well, cool.
Oh, so that was a setup.
So I was like, all right, cool. Well, then you don't really give a fuck about the hair thing or the color thing, or you know what I'm saying? And at that point, I was just like, girl, take your wig off. Show us the real you. Like, at that point, it was just like, you're insulting me and you putting me on the line to look like if I'm racist against you and you don't care, but then you gonna come and just make this like it's like you really did care to begin with, when in real life it was just about TV. And to me, it wasn't just about TV. To me, it was like, if it's going to be something and you really do want a record and you really do, but it was never about a record. It was never about anything to them. It was just about a moment. And I was just like, and then y'all used me to be the villain in something that you didn't even give a fuck about. That's how I feel. So that's my beef, my real beef. In the beginning, I had no beef at all. And me being cool now at this point is almost like it would take a lot of time from a genuine standpoint for me to see that you really do care outside of some TV shit that you really do want to build something else, you know what I'm saying? And that you really do stand for, well, you know, whatever it is that you stand for or say that you stand for, because I don't believe it.
It's the sit down. It's your guy, EmEz. Veronica Vega's in the building. So let's talk about the music now. What are we pushing? What project are we on now?
So I have a new record called I Look Back, and I actually featured Aliya Janell on it. So if this is like really new and fresh, because Aliya Janell is like just starting to get into music. But if you ever watch dance stuff, she's a girl out in LA that does like all these dope video compilations and like dances out in LA. She does
I think I know who you're talking about.
yeah,
actually.
Queen, like that's how everybody knows her.
Yeah.
So she's featured on the record with me, and I'm super excited about that because it's like a collaborative thing, but it's a dance record. You know, urban dance record is definitely something that you can play in different places, but it's also, you know, since it's dance, intense BPMs and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and Miami.
Feel,
and it's still, you know, it still has bass, it still has rhythm, it's still gritty, it's still me, you know, it's still honest, it's still in your face, it's still sexually aggressive, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit reminiscent of Pay Me, if you've ever heard that record before. But better, I think, but better. Yeah,
Okay.
but better.
All right, so that's what you're working on now. What are some of the things that are coming up for Miss Veronica Vega?
Well, I dabble in different things, you know, as far as
Such
like
as?
fashion goes. So that's why, you know, I come out here every season because I really am passionate about it. I have a dope stylist named Demi Dorsey, and he just, you know, he's super, super passionate about it. So we come out here and we do collaborative things on that. I am on the new season of Love and Hip Hop Miami. I wasn't going to do it, but I ended up doing it.
Why did you end up doing it?
Because I wanted to do this. Because I wanted to put out this single. Unfortunately, TV is very powerful, you know, and whether it's negative or positive, you know, TV still gives you a platform to really make money. And, you know, my ultimate goal is to be able to help my family and be able to, you know, create a better life and be able to do music, because that's what I'm really passionate about. So if this gave me an avenue to be able to maneuver, then, you know what I'm saying, I took the risk.
I was just about to say it because it feels like it feels like you feel the producers or editors betrayed you in a way.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like they betrayed everybody. I just didn't know how it felt until it happened to me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, ooh, this is intense. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when you do a race, sometimes you lose. I race again so I could win. So that's how I feel about it.
So
I'm not going to just quit racing.
How do you think it's affected your career? Has it held you back, the TV, or has it pushed you forward?
Online, it seems intense. But as far as opportunities go, I think in the beginning, yes. Like when it was real hot, when it was like, oh, this girl might be a racist. It was intense. It was something to really have to deal with and like really.
Okay,
like,
quick question. The racist thing, and then it says that you have a song where you say the N-word. How do you think that balances things out?
Damn, can you ask me the question in another way so I could really give you a better answer?
All right, you can't be racist if the culture is accepting you and saying the N-word. Do you feel the culture has accepted you saying the N-word, or do you think that adds to the racism part?
I think it's I think a lot of people understand because a lot of people know where we come from and who we are and what our culture is and what our intentions are. And then I think there's a lot of people that this is new to them and they've never experienced this culture. They don't know who I am. They don't know where I came from. They don't know my family. They don't know. So I think for those people that don't know you yet, I think that at that point, those people might be reluctant in some way. But I think that as people get to know you more, things change. And I think that if I was racist and I said it with bad intention, then I think it would be a different story. But because I'm not, then I think at the end of the day, if we're doing things to better and things to move in a forward motion in life in general, you know what I'm saying, besides the N-word, I think it's only going to be helpful because at the end of the day, we can only do powerful things. At this point, it's just like we have the platform to be able to talk about other stuff. And we have, you know, the opportunity to change that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I don't want to become a more diverse, dynamic, more intelligent person as I grow older and do more music. You know what I'm saying?
Miss Veronica Vega is in the building. It's a sit down. It's your guy, EmEz. Any last thoughts you want to leave the people with before you go?
Man, I have new music coming out this year, and I have a tour in the works. So I definitely want you guys to come out. If you guys, I mean, I have a lot of features too. I have
You're working.
I have a lot of music, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy because this is all that I've ever wanted. All I've ever wanted was really to do music, and fortunately, I guess I can't say unfortunately, but a lot of people do know me through reality TV. So, this is something I'm really excited about, is to be able to really like own music for myself. You know what I'm saying? Rather than TV. Even though TV makes you a celebrity.
Yeah, that TV is something different.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming, Miss Veronica
Thank you
Vega.
for having me. Thank you so much.
Let them know how to get in contact with you if they want to follow you, want to work with you, and all that good stuff. Look into that camera. Let them know.
If you want to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is, Veronica Vega, veronicavega.com. Check me out. New EP coming out. New tour coming. Mwah.
And that's it. It's the sit down.
It's lit now. Shout out EmEz and tune in to the sit down.
Check. EmEz. What's up, Brody?
Thank you for coming. This is the sit down.